Valuable lesson today about toilets, and the one thing is to have tools. So I got some extra tools that'll help me in the future to fix shit. But what I learned is that you can go out and buy all kinds of kits that repair toilets, flappers and gaskets and valves and all the handles and whatever. And that'll cost you a certain amount of money. But what I found is at Home Depot, you can buy just the top part of the tank. In other words, of the toilet, the tank itself. Everything is assembled, and it isn't that much more than all the parts. What I wound up doing was, it was broken. It was leaking. Woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I can't take off very easily, so I'm like, all right, fine. Shut the water off, clean it up, go to bed. Went to Home Depot, looking at all the kits and all the things I needed. The bolts were rusted. This was corroded. This was okay. The thing was all rotted. Everything was just a mess. Plus it was all stained inside and everything. So I looked at all the parts and I said, well, this is going to be expensive. Then I found somebody sells a kit of all the parts. You could just replace everything, basically an overhaul of the toilet. So I bought that. Got all the way done. It's a complete mess everywhere. And then this part was stuck. I couldn't get this thing off. So I used some pliers, and in that process I cracked the tank. Now I have water, cannot stay in there, it's useless. So everything was to waste. I had to run to Home Depot before they closed, and I found out they sell this tank, everything included, already put together, no mess. So if you ever damage a toilet, don't bother messing with all this crap inside. Just go buy the cheap China one, and it's already working, it's already put together. Now obviously I'm going to take back the other repair kit, whatever, and that's it. I'm done. Fix the problem. Learning experience. One of the major tools I think that's important to have is a Dremel tool, because the bolts were rusted on there, and there was absolutely no way. I spent a lot of time trying to drill them out, and I just couldn't do it. And then I finally took a Dremel tool I borrowed from work. I cut off the bolt and lifted the thing off, and that was the end of it. So that's the lesson. Have lots of tools, first of all, and second, see if there are other options that are inclusive of all the parts, which, first of all, I have no idea you could buy half a freaking toilet. Apparently you can. You can buy the bottom, you can buy the top. And the way this is, can you tell that those don't go together? No. I think I did pretty good. Learning experience. There were sparks flying everywhere trying to cut this thing out. It's not exactly bolted on there exactly. Oh, and by the way, the other thing is, don't lean back on the toilet, because that's how I broke it in the first place. I think I just, leaned on it too hard and cracked the thing, and it just leaked slowly. Lesson learned.